Okay, you're now live, Chair.
Thank you. Good evening. I am Councillor Paige Hacking, Chair of this committee. I'd like to inform everyone present that this meeting will be broadcast live to the internet via the Council's website and will be capable of repeated viewing. The images and sound recording may be used for training purposes within the Council. In order to ensure that the meeting is managed effectively, please can everyone keep to the following guidelines for speaking. Councillors should only use the raise your hand function to request to speak and only speak when invited to do so by the chair. Please switch off your camera and microphone when not speaking, and remember to set your mobile phone to silent for the duration of the meeting. Any views expressed by any speaker in this meeting are the speaker's own, and they do not necessarily reflect the views of the council. Please can councillors also be aware that the webcast will continue to be streamed live 20 seconds after the close of the meeting. This is due to a time delay in transmitting live. I will now confirm the names of the members of this committee: Councillor Hacking, Councillor Quinn, Councillor Gardner, Councillor Gourlay, Councillor Lomax, and Councillor Taylor. On agenda item 1, do we have any apologies for attendance?
Yes, Chair, we've got apologies from Councillor Gourlay and advisory member Philip Cornell.
Okay. I think I saw a raised hand from Councillor Hopkins. Is that right? Or
Oh, is Councillor Hopkinson substitute for Councillor Gourlay?
oh, okay. Okay. So
it was just to say I'm subbing for Councillor Gourlay.
okay, thank you.
Is that a sub for him? That's all. I'll keep quiet.
Okay. So item 2, does anyone have any disclosures of interests? Nope. Okay. Item 3 is to propose the minutes of the previous meeting. I'll just ask if anyone has any comments or questions first regarding those. No. Okay. Well, I'm happy to propose if I could have a seconder.
I'll second that, please.
Thank you. Thank you. Councillor Gardner. And then we have the annual report for which Mark is going to take.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Chair. This is the annual report for activity of the committee over the period of 2024-2025. So in the detail of the report, we set out and Appendix A, the terms of reference for the committee. 6.2 confirms the members of the committee. And then if I just briefly cover some of the highlights of the activity of the committee over the last 12 months. As there's a report on this evening, the committee receives regular reports around councillor learning and development and has continued to do so over the past 12 months. And there's a more up-to-date report for you for this evening. The committee also considered the council's local ethical framework, which brings together all the policies and procedures which we have, which are focused around ensuring good ethical governance within the council's activities, and following the opportunity to review best practice in that area, and including a new code of practice around gifts and hospitality for members. The local ethical framework was updated and re-endorsed by all group leaders as is customary across the council. The committee considered the government consultation in response to the Committee on Standards of Public Life report, on ethical standards in local government, with comments provided back individually by members as agreed at the committee. And we currently await further consultation or legislation from the government in response to that further consultation. As soon as we receive that legislation or further consultation, we'll come back to the committee with that. The committee considered as one of its delegated powers the granting of dispensations, a specific dispensation for dual-hatted members, to ensure that they were able to participate in discussion at the council last year with regard to the council submission in response to the Secretary of State's request under the Local Government Public Involvement in Health Act around local government reorganisation, and the council's submission was of course considered by council last November. The committee considered the local government ombudsman letter, the annual letter, which sets out the complaints which are received by the ombudsman in relation to the council services over the previous 12 months, and details of the high level information provided is contained at 6.20 of the report, together with a comparison with complaints received in relation to the council's alliance partner at Staffordshire Moorlands. And then finally, each meeting of the Standards Committee receives details of all complaints received under the Code of Conduct and the arrangements for dealing with complaints under the Localism Act 2011, which is a function delegated to the committee. Details of complaints received during 24-25 are contained at 6.23 of the report, and again with a comparison with the council's alliance partner Staffordshire Moorlands for benchmarking and information purposes. So that's highlights of the highlights of the role of the committee over the last 12 months. Happy to take any questions if members have them, Chair. Thank you.
I just wanted to check if there was any questions. Councillor Quinn, just seen hand go up.
Yeah, it's a really brief one. I'm just curious because there does seem to be quite a big increase in the number of initial complaints. If we look at the table 6.20, is there a reason why we've gone up for the total number of complaints from 118 to 281? Is there an area that is causing a problem?
Chair, I think if we look at the previous years, you're sort of returning to pre-COVID level of complaints. It's a more normal number, and we do of course have our own housing stock, and that produces a significant number of complaints, as all HRA and council house owning stock authorities would have a similar sort of number, that it does produce a larger number of complaints than for instance, if you look at Staffordshire Moorlands, where they don't have their own housing stock, they have significantly fewer complaints.
Okay.
That's probably the difference, Chair.
Yeah, thank you. And back to business as usual as well. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, and Councillor McEwen.
Thanks, Chair. Just in response to Councillor Quinn's point, as Mark said, it is partly around the housing stuff and partly because of sort of our duties around the regulator of social housing, who come out with sort of complaints advice. They've asked us to sort of slightly treat basically when a complaint is made. So in terms of some of the housing stuff now, you don't have to necessarily mention that you're wanting to make a complaint. We've been asked to sort of take an assessment on if you're phoning up on something that sounds like it could be a complaint at some point in time, we have to initially log that as a complaint for further investigation, even if you don't say it's a complaint. So that's part of the bit behind sort of the increased number. The aim is sort of to make us more responsive to potential complaints, as well as any sort of service issues around the work that we're doing on housing in particular. Thanks.
Okay, thank you. I just wanted to double check, is there any more questions? I don't think I can see anyone's hand, but I just wanted to double check. No. Okay. Can I have a proposer and a seconder that we will note that then? Councillor Quinn, and I will also I'll second if Councillor Taylor as well. Okay. Sorry. So I think Lyndon's going to take us through item 5, which is the councillor training and development update.
Thank you, Chair. The report provides a summary of the training provided to members over the last 12 months. The training programme that we design is led by our development group, which includes the leader of the council, the deputy leader, and political group leaders too. You'll see in Appendix A, it provides a rundown of the training that's been provided, the different types of sessions, the numbers attending those sessions, and whether they're virtual or in-person sessions. Some are also run in conjunction with our alliance partner, Staffordshire Moorlands District Council. At the end of each session, we do issue an evaluation form to councillors just to make sure that we are covering all the particular areas that councillors would like us to. And on the whole, we get some really good feedback from those sessions that we put on, most of which are provided in-house. And that allows us to make those sessions a little bit more tailor-made to the way working within our authority. And it helps us to keep costs down as well. As I say, we do get some very good feedback about each of those sessions that we deliver. We have also completely redesigned our members page of the intranet over the last few months, and hopefully that's much more easy to access now, and councillors can also access a number of videos that we've taken from recordings of training sessions, particularly those where we can now make use of technology like Microsoft Teams as an example. On the internet, we also provide links to other external resources too, such as the Local Government Association and the Centre for Governance and Scrutiny. Given the importance of IT and the application of technology, we do run a number of training sessions for councillors on that subject. I think we ran one this morning actually, and that's something that we continue to provide in the months ahead. And we also promote our online learning platforms as well. We've got our own in-house e-essential system, and we also promote the e-learning system provided by the Local Government Association too. That's a rundown of the training for last year. Chair, I'd be happy to take any questions.
I can't see anyone's hand up. Councillor Barrow's got his hand up, so I'll let him take the floor.
Thank you, Chair. Just a quick one. I attended the briefing on this morning about the new intranet, and I thought it was very informative and very good. And I do intend to use some of the training facilities, especially the one on fraud initiative. So that's something that I found being able to access that and how to do it. Thank you.
Okay, and I think there's a raised hand from Councillor Gardner.
Yeah, hi. It was just to say I attended the planning enforcement training and also the one about personal safety for councillors, and I just thought they were really valuable, and I just think the more we can do, the better. I thought they were really good, and I don't know if that message gets back, but informative, learned a lot, and really useful. So I just wanted to say thank you for doing them.
Okay. I'm just going to chime in now and say that I'm really grateful that with the training, there's a number of options for doing it, because it's hard to get us all in the same room at the same time for things. So just having the option to rewatch recordings as well, it's useful. So I think that's something done well as well. So yeah, okay. I just wanted to double check I haven't missed anyone's hand before I move on. No, okay. So we're going to item 6. So we're excluding the press and the public under part 1 of the Schedule 12A of the Local Government Act. Okay.